Jereme Rogers, originally from where all humans come from, and then I was born in Boston, and then I moved to this fine Los Angeles County when I was 15.
You have to understand me, but you will have to stand me. For me, life's a beach and got a bad one named Sandy.
I would like people to understand this, most importantly, because it applies to other things. I chose to be a pro skateboarder before I was even a good skateboarder. So I had a skateboard, I loved it. I was definitive on the fact that it was an option that men could do it as a career. I seen that men were doing it. So before getting sponsored, before any income, I still had already chosen without option, you know. Because I never planned music either. It came onto my heart just randomly. And I knew that it was gonna create like problems for me and all kinds of stuff like that. But either way, it was the same thing. When I wanted it, I just chose it, that no matter what, I would carry it out. Same thing, chose to be an artist before I was a good one. And even if you still debate I'm not a good one, it's still the choice I've made. Deal with it.
Better than good, yeah, I'm excellent. Something like the shit, I'm excrement.
One way Paul put it in perspective was he was like, if Kobe, not comparing me to him, not that he was trying to either, but if Kobe quit the Lakers to go knit or do whatever, a lot of fans would be pissed, you know what I mean? Which I understood, okay, I get that. What I had from skateboarding, the things I acquired, like say Aston Martin, stuff like that, was so exaggerated and so far separated from the normal class of skateboarders that when I gave it up, it seemed I was throwing something away that I should be cherishing. And that as if skateboarding was about that, you know? And for them, it was like they, in their mind, would kill for that, you know? And that I would just give it up for this thing that I suck at, you know, apparently. The reason that it's been ongoing, because I retired in 2009, it's 2012, and they still care. And like, you know, if you hate an ex-girlfriend or boyfriend, if you're a girl or gay, if you hate them, you still have passion for them. So you'll go, you know, stalk their Facebook or something like that. If you don't have passion, you're not gonna care what they're doing. Someone could tell you, oh, that she was out with so-and-so, or him, and you're gonna be like, care, you know what I mean? Sarcastically. So the only reason that they maintained passion over this past 3 years, you should almost consider yourself insane for still checking on this person, is because I represent something that is one of men's most common fears, which is not that they can't be what they want, but that they can be. If I am correct, then for starters, plenty of people are wrong who told me that I'm wrong. And it's easier to say one person is wrong than for everyone else to admit they may be wrong. And then also, they have to reevaluate their lives, because most men don't wake up and go to bed and in between do exactly what they want. Someone like Paul, who's excellent and excelled in one craft, they write it off as naturally talented. That's easy. But I've been very open and bold about saying, it's fine if I do this thing wrong now. I'll do it wrong until I can do it right. I don't mind that, you know? And that I say that it's something craftable. And if it is, then plenty of people who want to be a guitar player the next thing, who think just because they can't do it now that they can't do it later, it goes against that fear. And fears are also things that we're drawn to, we're attracted to. Like I had a fear of spiders, one of my like first fears that I maintained for a long time. But it was still something, if I seen a spider movie on the Discovery Channel, I'd be interested in them, you know what I mean? So you're kind of drawn towards your fears, you want to conquer your fears, but the problem is that they're trying to conquer me and not the fear in themselves. And it's not a problem for me, it's a problem for you, because it's your fear. I've never had a fear of being what I want for whatever reason. That was never my fear, but I understand it's a common one.
To blow up, you'll be lucky if I show up.
I had nothing but time when I retired, because I gave up like a lifestyle of distractions that everyone wants, you know. I had financial freedom where I could do whatever I want any given time. I could have got on a plane to Miami and gone and stayed for a month and did stuff like that, you know, and I was making like $50,000 a month. You don't even know how much money that is. I didn't understand how much money that was. It's enough to spend money all day, every day, and then do it again tomorrow, and then the next day, and all year long. And that's what I did. I spent all my money every year. I had no value for it. But nonetheless, either way, coming from that lifestyle of like distractions and parties and whatever it may be, any kind of distractions and people feeding your false identity or, oh, you're the shit, you this and that, you believe what people say or whatever, all that stuff. When I retired and had to forfeit everything from cars, houses, everything, which the only sense that I was strategical in that was that I weighed my extremes of how far would I go. I was like, would I go as far as giving everything up and move back in with my mom, and I owned my studio equipment, and like work my way out of that corner. And I was like fine with that. I was not afraid of that. So I was like, that's as far as that's worst case scenario. Would I go that far? Yes. Did I want to go that far? No. Did I go that far? Yes. And was it the best thing for me? Yes. You know, I had a lot of time to even look in the mirror and embrace my physical form. There's days that I read for 10, 12 hours a day, you know? And all that effort was just to pull something out of me, to pull freedom out of me, you know?
Lot of people tell me what I can and can't, though my own mother wouldn't dare tell me what I am.
When I was young, for starters, I did always believe that, you know, what one man can, another man can too. And I'm sure my mom or dad, like most parents or people, told me at one point in time, you can be whatever you want, and maybe it just stuck with me. And also, I succeeded in skateboarding at such an early age where I didn't experience the grown-up struggle of you can't do something, so I didn't ever have to believe in that. So when I'm 25 years old and I'm saying I'm gonna retire to do this other thing, and I have a bunch of grown-ups telling me I can't do it, I'm like, I just finished doing it. What do you mean? I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm doing. But aside from that, on the actual insight and spiritual level, like, you know, religion can point to things, like I started my relationship with divine energy, spirituality through Jesus, and then I just kind of grew past the form of, like, you know, when people place form and ownership over God and say we own it or Buddha owns it, this and that. And I had profound moments, and sometimes I get on the roof naked after I had a profound moment, and you know what I mean? But either way, more than just those incidents, I had like profound moments of understanding. But because I did always seek it, so I would seek it externally, whether it be a book or the next thing. But in time, all those things are supposed to point to that you have that source of wisdom and power inside of you. And from that stillness, there's understanding, you know? So no matter what, you can read a book all day long, but the experience is what makes it different. Like I could teach you about sex if you're a virgin, but no matter what you learn about it, until you experience it, you really know nothing about it. So I learned plenty, but more than what I learned, I experienced, you know? I experienced moments and things, and then I continue to maintain that experience and draw from that source.
Die slow, gain riches, love women, even bitches.
Die slow, gain riches, love women, even bitches.